morning. Welcome to, what day is it? Oh yeah, it's Wednesday, isn't it? Welcome to Wednesday, morning prayers for Wednesday. It's a little cold here. Airplanes have been going like crazy overhead, so I'm a couple minutes behind gathering with you, but I'm glad you're here. Glad you're joining me for morning prayer. It warms my heart that you find these helpful, this time of prayer together helpful. And I know it's been healing for me to share with you. Our prayers begin this morning with a call from Psalm 139, verses 13 and 14. It was you who formed, and there's the train, it's late today. It was you who formed my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I invite you to be still. Be aware of God's presence around you. It's a time to cultivate gratitude. When the trains go by, I always wonder, what's on that train? Where's it going? What's it carrying? Who needs the things that are on that train? So it's an opportunity. The train is an interruption, but it can also be an opportunity to cultivate gratitude and prayer. O Son behind all suns, I give you greeting this day. Let all creation praise you. Let the daylight and the shadows praise you. Let the fertile earth and the swelling sea praise you. Let the winds and the rain, the lightning and the thunder praise you. Let all that breathes, all creation praise you, and I shall praise you too. O God of all life, I give you greeting this day. We're continuing readings from the book of Genesis, and you may have noticed these are not direct translations. These are retellings of the stories in Genesis by John Philip Newell in his book Celtic Treasure. And so our retelling today comes from Genesis chapter 2 and 3. When the heavens and the earth were formed, God made a garden in the east called Eden. And in the garden there were trees of every kind, delightful to the senses and good for food. And a river flowed out of Eden, branching to the north and south, the east and west. Animals drank from its goodness, birds washed in its waters. And on the banks of Eden's river, God placed humankind. The man was called Adam, because he came from the ground. And the woman was Eve, for from her womb all human life would flow. They lived and loved in the garden, and were naked and not ashamed. But also in Eden was the serpent. He clothed himself with cunning and covered truth with lies. The tree that grows in the middle of the garden, he said, is forbidden, but it is sweet to the taste. Eat of it. It is of God. You will not die. It will make you wise, knowing good and evil. So the man and woman were tricked by the twisting serpent. They touched and tasted the forbidden fruit. It did not kill them, but their innocence in the garden had died. Even what was good in them could now be twisted. They saw their nakedness and were ashamed and covered themselves. And they hid from God and fled from the garden. They remembered its goodness, but lived in exile. And our psalm for today is Psalm 16. Guard me, O God, for I shelter in you. I said to the Lord, my master you are, my good is only through you. As to holy ones in the land, and the mighty, who were all my desire, let their sorrows abound. Another did they betroth. The Lord is my portion and lot. It is you who sustain my fate. An inheritance fell to me with delight. My estate too is lovely to me. I shall bless the Lord who gave me counsel through the nights that my conscience would lash me. I set the Lord always before me on my right hand that I not stumble. So my heart rejoices and my pulse beats with joy. My whole body abides secure. For you will not forsake my life to Sheol. You won't let your faithful one see the pit. Make me know the path of life. Joys overflow in your presence. Delights in your right hand forever. And our poem today is from Lucy Shaw, and it's entitled Signs. In times of drought, let us be thankful for this very gentle rain, a gift not to be disdained, though it is little and brief, reaching no great depth, barely kissing the leaves' lips. Think of it as mercy. Other minor blessings may show up. Tweezers for splinters, change for the parking meter, a green light at the intersection, a cool wind that lifts away summer's suffocating heat, an apology after a harsh comment, a word that opens an unfinished poem like a key in a lock. And that was Signs by Lucy Shaw. Let's take a moment and reflect on our stories of creation and our psalm and our poem today. There is no plant in the ground but tells of your beauty, O Christ. There is no creature on the earth, there is no life in the sea but proclaims your goodness. There is no bird on the wing, there is no star in the sky, there is nothing between the sun but is full of your blessing. Lighten my understanding of your presence all around, O Christ. Kindle my will to be caring for creation. Let's pray for the coming day and for the life of our world. Bless to me, O God, my soul that comes from on high. Bless to me, O God, my body that is of earth. Bless to me, O God, each thing my eye sees, each sound my ear hears. Bless to me, O God, each scent that goes to my nostrils, each taste that goes to my lips, each ray that guides my way. Amen. One of the things I find most beneficial about Celtic ways of prayer is the holistic way in which it prays, that all of our senses are involved in our understanding and our experience of God, and that nothing is outside of our life of prayer, be it what we smell, what we hear, what we see, what we taste, touch, and feel. All of that is part of our prayer life. I hope you experience that today. And as always, be well, be kind, and be the church where you are. I'll see you tomorrow.